Hello Year 5, please tell me that you're watching this before you're having a go at the questions today. It is a quick recap for lots of you, but I know that quite a few people found moving on in multiplication tricky before half term. So I wanted to explain how I would do it, and hopefully it will just remind you. So 253 multiplied by 22. Okay, so we're now multiplying by a two-digit number. So 22 is a two-digit number. You can all do 253 divided by 8 or 7 or 6, but we're moving forward now as we should be, looking at multiplying by a two-digit number. So you set it out the same way, but instead of having just a line go across here, there's going to be two parts to our calculation before we can work out our final answer, okay? So you need to make sure when you're doing this, as usual, that your numbers match the question and so on, but that you set it out really carefully and you keep your numbers in the right columns. Now, I want you to think about, let's make it as easy as possible. I'm going to forget that 20 there. I'm going to think about 253 multiplied by 2 to show you that actually you've done part of this before. So this line here is going to answer the question, what is 2 multiplied by 253, or 253 multiplied by 2. Remember, it's commutative. It doesn't matter which way around you think about it or you do it. So I'm just going to do exactly the same as we've done before. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 2 multiplied by 5, okay, is 10. All right, and then 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. It's really good to cross out that number there because you don't want to add it up or include it when you're adding up your other answers. Now, unfortunately, we do need to move our learning on, so we need to get rid of the fact that I've crossed out that 2 there. I now need to think about 20 multiplied by 253. This is what answer is going to be there. However, you have a really good understanding of multiplying by 10. So when we look at it, 20 is 10 times bigger than 2. So before we start calculating, because we still want to think about this really as 2, we don't want to be thinking, okay, what's 20 times 3, 20 times 5, because it will get a little bit confusing. But we want to think about, if I did 253 times by 2, okay, and I made it 10 times bigger, I would get the answer to 20 times 253. So what I'm going to do before I start calculating is remember, when you're multiplying something by 10, so instead of times it by 2, we're going to times it by 20, everything would move up one column and we would have a gap, a placeholder here. So the new bit of learning you really need to look at is, in order to think about this as 2 times 3, 2 times 5, 2 times 2, which is what we're comfortable with, we need to remember that we're multiplying by 10 this time. So everything would move up one column and we'd have a 0 at the end of the number. Now it's easy. You can just think about it as you did before. So 2 times 3, okay, is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, make sure it reads as 10 and not 01. And then 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. And weirdly, we can see, because we times the first 253 by 2, now times it by 20, you can see that the digits have just moved up one column and we've used our 0 there as a placeholder, okay? Not very often will you get a number like 22 or 33, but you can see quite clearly why this one works. Now all you've got to do is to add your two answers together, okay? So 6 adds 0, 0 adds 6 is 6, 5 adds 0 is 5, and then 5 add nothing is 5. So our answer to that one is 5,566. Now I would say, if you're not feeling very confident, press stop on this video and watch it again, and it will take you through step by step. When you look at today's question, if you're not very sure about it, then I would play this video step by step along as you're tackling today's question, and just follow the procedure that I've just shown you, okay? I will explain how to do this this way of working again in the answer video, so if you still weren't very sure, then please watch it carefully. Good luck.